In your business, if you're failing and you're not getting it right, it's okay to go ahead and see businesses that are successful and ask them, what am I doing that I'm not doing right? Can you advise me so that I don't keep, or these are the mistakes I am making? Can you advise me so that I don't make this mistake? You know, and also you sometimes you see some people and you know that they are just good at what they do. They know their onions. Don't be too proud to ask, to say, okay, you know your onions, can you help me? Can you teach me? Can you help me learn? Do you want to be successful? Successful in your business, your job, your career, successful in whatever you find yourself doing, in your education? Or have you ever wondered, how do successful people get to where they are? Today we're going to be learning together, and I will suggest that we learn from those who are successful. I'll be talking about lessons to learn if you want to be successful. So I would want you to actually wait to the end of this episode. And if this is the first time you're joining us, I am Bola Omishade, and you're welcome to our community. Thanks for joining us. This is the Bola Adeyeye Omishade Show, a community where we support people to be the best version of themselves. So thanks for joining us. Do not forget to click on the notification button. I'll be very grateful. And of course, it would help you get notifications anytime our episodes are premiered. And to my returning viewers, oh, thanks for joining me again. As usual, I'm always excited to have you. Thanks for your consistent support. Thanks for sharing your thoughts and being helpful to those that ask questions and sharing your thoughts in the comments. It's always appreciated, and thanks for staying tuned. Yes, right. Today we're going to be talking about lessons to learn if you want to be successful. Well, it's a learning curve for everyone. I'm not there yet. It's a learning curve for me as well. So we're going to be learning from those who are successful. And I'm going to actually pick up words from three different people. And the first person I'm going to be of course, picking some of his words is Bill Gates, of course, who is very successful and, of course, the founder of Microsoft. And he's actually done lots of things for charity, very successful man. So many of you would know him, of course. And we're going to talking about picking some of the points and some of the thoughts of Elon Musk as well, who, of course, is the founder of Twitter, and Jack Ma as well, the founder of Alibaba. So there are certain things that I have actually realized that are consistent in sharing their story, in sharing how they actually got to where they are. And I'll be sharing those with you today. And those are the three key lessons that I think are very, very crucial if you want to be successful. And of course, I am learning as well. And yeah, if you have anything different aside those that I am sharing, do not hesitate to leave them in the comments, because we all want to be successful. I know, well, there might be some people who are not interested in being successful. Yeah, but I want to be successful. So if you want to be successful, leave it in the comments. I want to be successful. Of course, we need to be very positive and confess positive. Now, the first thing that I have realized, or that I've observed, that I've taken out from that is similar amongst these three people is, in whatever you find yourself doing, you need to enjoy it. Enjoy your business, enjoy your job, enjoy your learning. If you're within you're in a career, or you're in an education, enjoy it. And I'm going to be actually reading some of their words word to word. Now, Bill Gates says, enjoy what you do. And when he says that, he says, this means work with very smart people and ask for advice. So that is from Bill Gates. So whenever you find yourself doing, wherever you find yourself, maybe in your business, you really have to enjoy it, And he has actually tied this into working with very smart people who can influence you positively, people who can motivate you to for you to keep on enjoying it. Sometimes if you actually mix up with bad company, then you might not enjoy your job. You might begin to divert away from your initial goal, and then you start becoming frustrated. Now, Elon Musk says the more you can gamify the process of learning, the better. So you actually make everything fun. Of course, games are fun. You can spend so much time playing again and getting carried away. So in your job, if you find out that if you want to be successful in your job, you need to actually make it fun for yourself. I was looking at one of my friend's younger sister, and I realized that she works out a lot, and then she shares her working out on Instagram. But you see, one thing I've realized about her sharing is she makes her working out fun as opposed to putting pressure on herself. She tries to make it fun in different ways, and so whatever you find yourself doing, make it fun in your own way. It doesn't have to be games, in just try as much as possible to do that job in a way that you would not get tired. Do that job in a way where you would enjoy it. And if it actually requires you taking it one step at a time, you just need to do is do that, as opposed to getting fed up. Or ask yourself, how can I enjoy this job? Because I want to be successful in this job. Of course, because if you don't want to be successful in a job, there's no point spending so much time trying to think of how to get better. And then lastly, Jack Ma says, enjoy the show. When you fall, you stand up. So, in as much as they have all said you need to enjoy what you do, Jack Ma has actually highlighted that when you fall, when you fail, you know, just get up, pick up the pieces, and use it as an opportunity to learn something new. Be very creative, because of course, when there is a failure, it's an opportunity to make money, because you feel, oh, why did I fail? Or does it mean that, why are people not buying this product? What am I missing? It's an opportunity to be very creative, to learn something new, and actually provide that solution. So amongst these three people, they have all said enjoy it. And one thing I have actually also realized from my experience is, when you enjoy what you do, you don't get fed up. You can, for example, with me studying and doing my lectures and all that, I can sit on the computer for a long time because I enjoy what I do. And it's just like me talking to you now. I enjoy it, although sometimes I can get tired, I can get exhausted, but I enjoy it. So when you enjoy what you do, you don't get fed up. You're always looking towards the outcome, the output. I know somebody who is very close to me, who at a point in time, he was managing a place, and he was always wanted to be at work. He was always trying to find solutions to problem, and that's because he enjoyed what he did. you know so enjoy as much as you can. Look for ways in which you can enjoy your business. Look for ways in which you can make your business fun. As Elon Musk said, he said, you can, the more you gamify the process, the better the process of learning, the better. So the more you add different fun to it, the better. Now, another thing they have said is, think about the future. And just before I actually read the statements from each of them, when you're actually thinking of where you want to be in the future, it motivates you. It motivates you to work hard. It motivates you to put in more effort. It motivates you to learn from other people. It motivates you to accept every failure or every mistake as an opportunity to learn, because you are actually thinking about the picture, the future. You're looking at the big picture. You're always telling yourself all the time that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Now, these people have never said that you wouldn't fail, but they said for every time you're thinking about being successful, you need to think about the big picture, think about the future. And that's the way. So if three successful people are saying the same thing, then there is something right about what they're saying. Now, Bill Gates says, create the future. Now, when he made this statement, he made it far back as early as the 80s, when he was still talking about the Microsoft products and all that, and when people started adopting this. Well, look at, we can't actually process any Word document without Microsoft. Everyone uses Microsoft. So create the future. Think about, if you have a business, start thinking of what that business will look like in the next 10 years. Start thinking of what that business will be like in 20 years time. So create that imagination. Create it. And of course, if because sometimes these people are business, they're businessmen, they're entrepreneur. You might be an employer or employee, sorry. You might be an employee and you're wondering, oh, I don't want to create a business, or I don't have any product. But you need to ask yourself, within that business, within that job, within that your career path, where do you want to be in the next 10 years? Start creating that place that you want to be. And if it means you adding value to yourself so that you can get there, you need to start doing that. Else you have the potential of getting carried away and just having several wishes without putting the right job or work that is needed. So if you are an employee and you want to be successful, you need to create the future, create that future that you want. If you want to progress from being just an employee to a manager, you need to walk in that direction. You need to speak to the right people. You need to actually have the right company, because of course, if you don't have the right company, you wouldn't be motivated. So have the right company, add value to yourself. If it means you learning a new skill, or maybe adding to the already certifications or degree that you have, just to get to just to create that future, you need to do it if you want to be successful. Now, Elon Musk says, I always want to be able to think about the future. So for every day you find yourself at work, for every day you find yourself within your business, for every day you find yourself thinking about your career, you always need to think about the future. What future do I want for this product? What future do I want within this job? What future do I want within the education? If you're studying, do you want to finish with a distinction or with a first class? Then you need to put in the job. So every day when you wake up, you want to think about the future. And then he says, be as good as possible. Oh, when you actually aiming high, because you want to be good. When you want to be good, you don't really mind the amount of effort that you put into actually being good. So always want to be the best. I know there are some people that will not like, I would say, oh, you're doing too much, but hey, everyone is free to say whatever they like. You already know that you're thinking about the future, and that's why you want to be good as much as possible. And then he says, be inspired by what is about to happen. So Sometimes, even if, for example, you say you want to be rich, although you have not seen the money, but you need to be excited that that money is coming because you are walking in that direction. You are walking in that direction. So I'll read the whole thing. It says, I always want to be able to think about the future, be good, be as good as possible, and be inspired about what is about to be inspired by what is about to happen. So be inspired, encourage yourself by saying that I am here now, but the future is bright. I am here now, but I am walking towards my goal. I am here now. I'm not going to be stagnant. I am here now. I'm not going to be here forever. You know, so be inspired, encourage yourself, encourage yourself in the right path, encourage yourself in the right direction. And don't forget, if we go back to the previous point of enjoying what you do, where Bill Gates says, work with very smart people and work with the right people. If you're trying to motivate yourself, you need to position yourself appropriately, because if you find yourself in the wrong company, you would have people that, of course, would discourage your dream. Yeah, but then even at that, even if you are in the right company, although there is a potential that you will find people who will go against your dream, or who will feel that your dream is never going to happen. But you see, if everyone agrees with your idea, then something is wrong with that idea. And that is what Jack Ma says. If everyone, he says his idea, nobody ever agreed with his idea of Alibaba. So if everyone agrees with that idea that you have, then my brother, my sister, I don't think that is the right thing. It's not a good idea. So there has to be people that will say, you're dreaming, this is not going to happen. And then you begin to tell yourself, because you already have a clear goal. You're already looking at the future and you're excited about it. You're motivating yourself in the right direction. I want to be successful. Just tell me, what do you think in the comments? I want you to leave your thoughts in the comments, because this three people saying the same thing, that you need to think about the future. Tell me, what do you think about that? What are your thoughts in thinking about the future? Because some people will say, oh, you're just daydreaming. But I feel that when you are very positive, when you have a very clear mindset of where you want to be, you just walk in that direction. Every day you wake up and you're thinking in that direction of where you want to go. So leave in the comments for me. I want to actually hear from you. I want to read from you so that others can learn if you have a very different thoughts. And finally, Jack Ma said, the future is not about competitive knowledge, but about it's about the competition of creativity, competition of imagination, competition of learning, and independent thinking. So when you're thinking about the future, you need to be very, very creative. So if you're looking at your product and you're thinking about where that product is going to be, you need to be very creative about your thoughts. You need to think outside the box. You need to think outside the box. If you want the future to be bright, you need to ask yourself, this is what this product looks like now. How do I want this product to look like in the future? What is the future? What is the future environment going to look like? For example, with technology, what is the future technology going to look like? Going to look like? Because of course, in the future, machines will actually do literally everything a human can do. And that is what lots of people are aiming at. So where is your product now, and where do you want your product to be in future? Where are you within your career, within your job? Where are you now, and where do you want to be in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be in the next 10 years? You need to be very creative. If it actually requires you to pick up a training, if it actually requires you to maybe change jobs, if you know that is not a job for you, you need to start planning on how you want to actually get a job where you would enjoy, because that is very important. And you need to be very creative about that. And that's where the independent thinking comes in. You need to think carefully. Am I in the right job? Am I actually studying the right course? Is this what I want to do? Is this what I'm going to enjoy doing? Am I in the right business? Do I enjoy this business? Am I selling the right products? So you need to think carefully so that you are not making a wrong decision, because it says it's not about the competition of knowledge anymore. It's about how creative are you. It's about how your creative imagination, and also your independent thinking, as well as learning. So learning does not stop. It is always okay to ask for help. And also, finally, the last one says, solve a problem. You know, it says, I'll just say what Elon Musk says. He says, if you're trying to do something new or design a new thing, it is the best way to think. And I would actually tie it into what Jack Ma said. Jack Ma says, when you fail, it is always an opportunity to create something new. It's always an opportunity to provide a solution. And look at it. If you maybe you're selling a product and people are not buying it, it actually opens the door to ask further, to say, why are people not buying this product? Am I not doing the right thing? Or is this product not being presented well? If this product is presented differently, would they buy it? Am I meeting their needs? Am I answering their questions? It helps you to be very creative. It helps you to imagine to position your imagination in the right direction. So create something new. When you create something new, as Bill Gates said, you will be successful. And he says, always ask for advice. Always ask for advice. And this is what Bill Gates says. And that's the last one. He says, I talk to people that know me and know where my judgment isn't the strongest. Now, you cannot know everything. Sometimes some things might look very perfect for you. And I always try to use an example of writing. It's always good when you're writing, you always get a second eye, because to you, that whatever you have written is perfect. Unfortunately, if you give it to somebody else to proofread, there would always be a mistake somewhere, or there might be something that you have omitted, and the person would give you a second thought. So he said, I always talk to people. Those are the things that he has actually done in the past. He said, I always talk to people that know me and know where my judgment isn't the strongest. So, and he went ahead to give an example. He says, if he goes to a gathering, he always he ignores people unconsciously. This is something that he does not do knowingly. But of course, his wife Melinda is there to correct him, to say, oh, you haven't greeted, because she actually knows that he's not strong at that point. Now, if you go back to his first point, he says, when you actually you work with smart people, you mingle with smart people, those people will be there to guide you, to help you on those places where it's not your strongest point, or maybe those places where they're your limitations or your weak points. So don't feel that you're an island of knowledge, or you're too proud to ask for help, you're too proud to ask for advice. Always ask for advice. And I've also come across a lot of people that find it very difficult to say, I don't know. You cannot know everything. And I've also seen a lot of people that say, oh, you're a doctor, you know everything. No, I don't know everything. I don't know everything. And when I don't know something, I always say, I don't know. But it's okay. It can be an opportunity for me to learn something new. If you ask me and you know it, I would ask you, well, I don't know it, but can you please share your thoughts with me if you know it? And it's also an opportunity for me to go ahead and research, because somebody out there might have answered the question. So don't feel too big or too much to ask for help or to ask questions, because in the process of asking questions, you end up doing the right things. And then Elon Musk says, to be successful, all you need is to get a few like-minded people. And also, he also said that I talk to lots of smart people, so, and what this is saying is, when he's stuck, he goes ahead to ask people who are experienced, people who have actually failed and have solved the problem. So in your business, if you're failing and you're not getting it right, it's okay to go ahead and see businesses that are successful and ask them, what am I doing that I'm not doing right? Can you advise me so that I don't keep, or these are the mistakes I am making. Can you advise me so that I don't make this mistake? And also, sometimes you see some people and that they are just good at what they do. They know their onions. Don't be too proud to ask, to say, okay, you know your onions. Can you help me? Can you teach me? Can you help me learn? Feel free if you want to be successful. Now, these are successful people saying this. Now, finally, Jack Ma said, of course, he says, when you fall, you stand up. When you fall, you stand up. So when you stand up, you're not just going to stand up, isn't it? You don't want to stand up and just look, or stand up and stay stagnant. You want to move on. Now, in the process of moving on, is either you're adding more to your learning, or you're asking people who are experienced. So always ask for help. And finally, this is one tip that I have for you, So this is just an add-on. Do not give up. If you really want to be successful, you do not give up. You have to keep driving. You have to keep going. Yes, there will be obstacles. The road is not going to be easy. Do not give up. See those challenges, like I used to say, as an opportunity to learn something new. Be motivated, because when you look at what the future looks like, be motivated by it. Let it be an inspiration to you. Think about the company that you find yourself. Do not find yourself in a company of people that would not motivate you. Find yourself in the right community. And be open to opportunities. Some people are not very open to opportunities, and they don't even like taking risk. If you don't want to take risk, how do you want to be successful? How do you want to provide that solution? How do you want to create that new thing if you don't want to take a risk? Calculated risks. Very calculated risks. And I think one of the guests, was it Kelvin Inspires? He says even sometimes, who is of course an experienced coach, he says sometimes you just take those risks. Sometimes those risks might not be calculated. No, I think it was Stolani. Yes, it was Stolani who said that. One of our guests from last year. So be very bold. Be very confident, when you're looking at the picture of where you want to be in the future. It motivates you. It helps build your confidence to walk in the right direction, to put in the required efforts. To put in the right, and of course, do not find yourself amongst the people that do not share the same dream as you. You need to work with people of like minds. Because if you're working with people that you're not of like minds, that you don't share the same values, or you don't share the same goals, there is a potential that they would discourage you, and then you would derail, you would give up on that dream of being successful, or you feel that even that thing that you enjoy, you begin to see it as something that would not work. And unfortunately, it is not that person's goal. It is your own goal. It is your own dream. So be very, very careful. Be very careful of the kind of company that you keep, because there's a potential that can actually weigh you down. I want to be successful. And this is a learning curve for me as well. And I hope that you also have learned that if you want to be successful, the lessons that you need to learn first is you need to enjoy what you do. Enjoy what you do. Bill Gates has said it. Elon Musk has said it. Jack Ma has said it. And they're actually talking from experience. Those are things that they have tried, and they feel confident that is one of the most important things you need to learn if you have to be successful. And the second one is Think about the future. Think about how your products will be in the next 10 years. Think of where you want to be in your job, in your career in the next 10 years. Think about that education. What do you want to graduate with? Always think about the future. And Jack Ma actually spices it up and say, be very creative, be an independent thinker. Go ahead and think of how do I want to be creative with this? How would everything fall in place? Have a clear plan, clear goal. And be very imaginative and very creative. It says also solve a problem. Try to solve a problem. If you have failed, when you are getting up, ensure that you are solving that problem. Create something new. Yes, create something new. And yes, finally, ask for advice. Get a mentor. Get somebody to advise you. Those people where that you aspire to be, those people that you want to be like, send them an email, call them, give them a call. How can I learn from you? What are the things, read biographies, read books, watch YouTube videos such as this, motivational videos that would help you, that would keep you on track. Get advice from those people who are experienced. And finally, do not give up. Do not give up. In the chat box, I want you to share what are the things that you think maybe you have heard from somewhere else that you think successful people do, success habits that successful people have that you can share with us so that we can all learn. I want to learn. I want to be successful. I'm not where I want to be. So it is a learning curve for us. So please, in the comments, share your thoughts. And of course, if you think that anyone will find this very useful, do not enjoy this alone. Share this with them so that we're all getting to where we want to be. We're all being the best version of ourselves. And if you have any question, as usual, the email is on the screen. And do not forget to follow us on our social media pages. Like this video if you have enjoyed it. It goes a long way for this community and for the channel as well. So give it a thumbs up, leave your comments. And yeah, thanks for joining.